So I'm sure many of you already observed somewhere on the social media and LinkedIn my 7 predictions for finance. So it's just a reminder. It's just creating a reference point and perspective for us to go into this program, that what are the threats, what are the challenges we are facing right now, and how could we overcome them. So number one is blockchain. Of course, there is a lot of buzz and hype about the blockchain, and blockchain is a very powerful concept. By the way, all these predictions are about future. Future is uncertain. I could be completely wrong or I could be completely right. I don't know. I try to make these predictions to help people like you based on my best judgment. So I did a lot of research in the last 2 years on these changing trends. And based on all those cumulative knowledge, I tried to identify some patterns for the future. So that is how I listed these 7 predictions. But there is another important aspect, that how long would it take, when it's going to happen. There I am completely blind. So I did not try to project any timeline for it. This could happen in 2 years, this could happen in 5 years, this could take 10 years. I don't know. But I know that these trends are going to take place, most probably. So blockchain, based on the functionality and the characteristics, especially the smart contracts and the verification part and the self-reconciling nature, and a lot of parties involved, I think ultimately it's going to replace our conventional accounting system, which is already 500 years old. So this is the time that something like blockchain will replace it. RPA, robotic process automation, is already very much matured, very much practical. And if you search like RPA use cases in finance and accounting, you will see that a lot of applications are already happening. And the market is crowded with vendors from RPA. So this process is already started. By the way, many companies are already automating their accounting activities and processes through RPA. So this RPA will basically replace or change all the accounting activities into the automated processes. Data science will emerge as a key independent function. It's already emerging very fast. So in few years, like marketing, like finance, like accounting, like HR, data science would be itself a very solid function in the business model. Now, there is possibility this data science could be part of the finance and accounting function or IT function or some other functions. We don't know. But data science itself is going to grow significantly in terms of the importance across functions. And by the way, this data science is going to undermine the finance function, because so far currently we have been the custodian of information. We were sitting on the data. We have the authority to maintain and release the information. Now information, a big chunk of that information is going to shift to the data science. So that's going to undermine the critical importance of finance and accounting going forward. Within finance function, finance business partnering, I'm sure you are familiar with that. That's going to grow. That is the only role which is going to significantly grow. And that is the role which is expected to work very closely with data scientists. So of course, they also have to learn a lot, but they are in the forefront of working with the technology or the data professionals. The main accounting activities like maintaining books or preparing or closing books, that would not exist, because that would all happen behind the scenes through the computers at the back end of the system. Next is traditional historical reporting. It will only limit to the regulatory reporting, because regulation is have a long life cycle of change. So it will take some time for the regulators to really change the requirement. So the historical reporting will continue for the sake of regulatory reporting, but for internal management, probably they are not very hungry for this historical reporting, because through the predictive and prescriptive analytics, a lot of future-oriented information will be available for them. And overall headcount in finance function may go up to 50% reduction. That's a big number. In fact, in one report from, I think that was from PwC, I saw that number up to 70%, but even 50% is very alarming. And with this 50%, there is a high probability that many finance and accounting professionals would be displaced, and they will go to some other careers, because everybody would not be able to be accommodated into the future of accounting and finance function. So again, as I said, I could be completely wrong, but this looks like a future scenario which is going to happen in the next few years. And we need to keep these as a perspective or reference point, that what we need to learn and how do we need to really develop ourselves for future responsibilities.